Imagine navigating the complexities of modern relationships, searching for that elusive connection of mutual respect, appreciation, and genuine affection. But what if, instead of harmony, you encounter subtle yet corrosive remarks that chip away at your self-worth and undermine the very foundation of your bond? If your partner utters these 10 specific phrases, it's not just a cause for concern, it's a glaring red flag signaling a need for immediate self-preservation. Drawing from the profound wisdom of Stoic philosophy, we'll explore these critical warning signs and empower you to prioritize your well-being by recognizing when it's time to walk away, ensuring you find a partner who truly values and cherishes you. This is the beginning of a journey of self-discovery, of understanding your worth, and finding the courage to create the fulfilling relationship you truly deserve. The Stoic approach to life is about understanding what is in your control and what is not, focusing on your own actions and reactions, and striving for inner peace and virtue. Applying these principles to your relationships can help you make better decisions and create a more fulfilling and balanced life. Are you ready to embark on this journey? The first red flag that demands immediate attention is the assertion, "I don't need a man." While it might initially appear as a declaration of independence, this statement often masks a deeper underlying issue, a lack of genuine appreciation for your presence and your role in the relationship. A fulfilling partnership thrives on mutual reliance and support, where each individual feels valued and needed. It's not about fostering dependence or stifling independence, but rather about creating a dynamic where both partners contribute to each other's well-being and growth. To elaborate, feeling valued and appreciated is not just a desire but a fundamental human need, especially within the context of a romantic relationship. This statement hints that she might not recognize or appreciate your efforts, support, or presence. As Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher, wisely stated, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If you remain in a relationship where you consistently feel undervalued, it will inevitably lead to unhappiness, dissatisfaction, and a gradual erosion of your self-esteem. Now, consider the inherent needs and desires that often accompany a man's role in a relationship. While societal expectations are evolving, many men naturally feel a drive to provide, protect, and support their partners. This need to be needed isn't about asserting dominance or fostering unhealthy dependence but about fulfilling a fundamental aspect of their identity within a mutually supportive partnership. If your partner outright declares that she doesn't need you, it signals that she's unwilling to allow you to fulfill these roles, potentially leaving you feeling redundant and unimportant. This imbalance can significantly erode your self-worth and sense of purpose. Stoic principles emphasize that every individual should strive to live a life of purpose and contribution. In a healthy relationship, both partners rely on and support each other, creating a balanced and harmonious dynamic. If one partner consistently rejects the other's support or downplays their contributions, it can lead to a sense of resentment, isolation, and ultimately, the breakdown of the relationship. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." While the fear of being alone or the hope that things will change might tempt you to stay in an unfulfilling relationship, the reality of being consistently undervalued will inevitably cause genuine suffering. Therefore, it's crucial to recognize this red flag early on and possess the courage to walk away. Doing so isn't an act of cowardice or weakness but a brave step towards self-preservation and the pursuit of true happiness. Remember, embracing the Stoic life lesson that teaches the importance of mutual dependence and respect in relationships is essential for your mental and emotional well-being. You deserve a partner who not only acknowledges your worth but also actively values your contributions, ensuring a healthy, supportive, and mutually beneficial relationship. The Stoic approach reminds us that our happiness and well-being depend on making wise choices about whom we allow into our lives. Therefore, walking away from a relationship where you're not valued is not an act of defeat but a strategic move towards self-respect and a more fulfilling future. Now, let's consider a real-world scenario to illustrate this point. Imagine a man who consistently goes out of his way to help his partner with household chores, provides emotional support during challenging times, and offers practical assistance with her career goals. However, His partner consistently dismisses his efforts, stating that she could easily handle everything on her own and doesn't need his help. Over time, this man begins to feel increasingly insignificant and unappreciated, questioning his value within the relationship. He starts to withdraw, feeling that his contributions are unwanted and unacknowledged. This scenario highlights the detrimental effects of a partner who constantly rejects support and downplays the other's contributions. It can lead to a gradual erosion of self-worth and a sense of isolation within the relationship. From a Stoic perspective, it's essential for this man to recognize the imbalance in the relationship and take proactive steps to address it. He could attempt to communicate his feelings to his partner, explaining the impact of her words and actions on his self-esteem. However, if his partner remains unwilling to acknowledge his feelings or change her behavior, he may need to consider walking away from the relationship to preserve his mental and emotional well-being. Ultimately, the Stoic approach emphasizes the importance of self-respect and the courage to prioritize one's own happiness, even if it means making difficult decisions. Following closely on the heels of the first warning sign is the phrase, "My friends are more important." While maintaining friendships is undeniably essential in a healthy life, this statement reveals a skewed prioritization that can seriously undermine the foundation of a romantic relationship. In a balanced partnership, both individuals should prioritize each other, fostering a strong and supportive bond. While friends play a vital role, your partner should view you as their primary companion and confidant. When your partner consistently places her friends above you, it demonstrates a lack of respect for your feelings and a lack of commitment to the relationship. Let's delve deeper into the implications of this red flag. A fulfilling relationship thrives on mutual prioritization, where both partners actively make time for each other, support each other's goals, and prioritize each other's emotional needs. This doesn't mean neglecting friendships or abandoning individual interests, but rather consciously choosing to invest in the relationship and make it a central focus in their lives. When one partner consistently prioritizes their friends over the other, it can create a sense of neglect, isolation, and resentment. The other partner may feel that they are not valued, that their needs are not being met, and that they are not a priority in their partner's life. This imbalance can lead to a breakdown in communication, a loss of intimacy, and ultimately, the demise of the relationship. Ask yourself, is it worth staying in a relationship where you always feel like second best? A Stoic mindset encourages us to recognize our inherent worth and to refuse to accept less than what we deserve. As Epictetus, another influential Stoic philosopher, famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In this context, it's not simply about the fact that your partner prioritizes her friends but rather about how you choose to respond to this behavior. You have the power to recognize the imbalance, communicate your feelings, and ultimately, make a decision that aligns with your own well-being and self-respect. Leaving a relationship where you are consistently undervalued is an act of self-respect and courage. It's essential for your happiness and overall well-being to be with someone who recognizes your worth and is willing to prioritize you in their life. Remember, a fulfilling relationship is built on respect, love, and the mutual prioritization of each other's needs. If your partner is unwilling to put you first, or at least give you equal importance with friends, then it may be time to move on and find someone who is willing to do so. Respect yourself enough to walk away and find a partner who truly values and prioritizes you, ensuring your happiness and well-being in the long run. Consider a scenario where a man is consistently excluded from his partner's social gatherings, with her always opting to spend time with her friends instead. He may feel left out, unwanted, and that his presence is not valued by his partner. This scenario highlights the importance of open communication and mutual compromise in a relationship. Ideally, the couple should discuss their individual needs and find a balance that allows both partners to maintain their friendships while also prioritizing their relationship. However, if the woman consistently refuses to compromise or acknowledge her partner's feelings, the man may need to consider whether the relationship is truly fulfilling his needs and contributing to his overall happiness. In line with Stoic principles, it's essential for him to assess the situation objectively, recognize his own worth, and make a decision that aligns with his long-term well-being, even if it means ending the relationship. The Stoic approach encourages us to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, actions, and choices, and to accept what we cannot control, such as another person's behavior. By focusing on his own values and prioritizing his own happiness, the man can make a decision that is in his best interest, regardless of the outcome. This is the essence of Stoic resilience, to find inner strength and peace amidst external challenges. Another deeply concerning phrase that should raise immediate alarms is, "You need to change." This statement is a glaring indication that your partner is not accepting you for who you are but instead attempting to mold you into their ideal version of a perfect partner. Such behavior is far from healthy and can be incredibly damaging to your self-esteem and sense of identity. You deserve to be loved and appreciated for your authentic self, not for a fabricated image that someone else has conjured up. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus aptly stated, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." If your partner constantly asks you to change, it's a sign that she is not genuinely in love with you but rather with a projection of who she wants you to be. This lack of acceptance undermines your individuality and can deeply affect your self-esteem. Let's delve into the psychological implications of this statement. When someone constantly demands that you change, they are essentially communicating that you are not good enough as you are. This can trigger feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and a constant need to seek approval. Over time, it can erode your confidence and make you question your own worth. Consider your own identity, your personality strengths, and even your flaws. A partner who truly loves you will embrace all these aspects. They will cherish you for who you are, not for who they want you to become. Insisting that you need to change is akin to saying that you are fundamentally flawed and require fixing. This can lead to feelings of resentment, bitterness, and a sense of being trapped in a relationship where you are constantly being judged and criticized. Everyone deserves a partner who loves them unconditionally and values their true self. This doesn't mean that constructive criticism or encouragement for self-improvement is inherently bad. However, there's a significant difference between supporting personal growth and demanding a complete overhaul of someone's personality. The key lies in acceptance, respect, and a genuine desire to help each other become the best versions of themselves, without sacrificing their core identities. Now, let's relate this to a modern scenario. Imagine a colleague at work who constantly tries to change the way you approach tasks. Initially, you might try to adapt, but over time, this constant pressure to change can become draining and make you question your abilities. Similarly, in a relationship, constant demands for change can erode your confidence and sense of self. The Stoic approach teaches us to recognize our worth and to refuse to settle for less than we deserve. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you allow someone to constantly criticize you and push you to change, your thoughts will inevitably be filled with self-doubt, negativity, and a diminished sense of self-worth. Why stay in a relationship where you are not appreciated for your true self? Ask yourself this: how would it feel to be in a relationship where you are valued just as you are? Isn't it more fulfilling to be with someone who sees and loves the real you? These are important questions that can help you reflect on the health of your relationship. Embracing the wisdom of Stoicism means acknowledging that you deserve someone who accepts you fully. Walking away from a relationship where you are not accepted for who you are is an act of self-preservation and courage. It is essential for your happiness and overall well-being. Remember, your happiness and self-worth are too valuable to be compromised. Seek a partner who loves you for your authentic self and supports your journey towards self-improvement without trying to change your core identity. By doing so, you'll find a relationship that is truly fulfilling and aligned with the principles of Stoicism. The fourth phrase that should serve as a significant warning is, "I'm not ready for a relationship." This isn't just a casual remark, it's a serious indication that your partner is unwilling to commit and invest in a meaningful connection. It signifies a fundamental misalignment in your relationship goals and can lead to disappointment and heartache if ignored. This statement often stems from various underlying factors, such as unresolved emotional issues, fear of commitment, or simply not envisioning a future with you. Regardless of the reason, it clearly indicates that your partner is not prepared to invest the necessary effort and dedication that a healthy relationship requires. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By remaining in a relationship with someone who is not ready to commit, you are setting yourself up for disappointment and potentially wasting valuable time that could be spent building a fulfilling relationship with someone else. Let's explore the implications of this statement in more detail. A successful relationship demands mutual readiness to share lives, support one another, and grow together. If one partner is hesitant or unwilling to commit, it can create a sense of imbalance and insecurity in the relationship. The other partner may feel anxious, uncertain, and as though they are constantly striving to win over someone who is emotionally unavailable. This can lead to a power dynamic where one partner holds all the cards, leaving the other feeling vulnerable and dependent. Moreover, staying in a relationship with someone who is not ready to commit can hinder your own personal growth and happiness. You may find yourself constantly compromising your own needs and desires in the hope that your partner will eventually change their mind. However, this often leads to resentment, frustration, and a feeling of being stuck in a relationship that is not truly fulfilling. Consider what you truly want in a partner. You deserve someone who is just as excited and committed to the relationship as you are. When your partner says she's not ready, she is essentially communicating that she is not fully invested in you or the relationship. Waiting around for her to change her mind is often a futile exercise that can prolong your own unhappiness. Seneca wisely noted, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." In the context of relationships, craving a deeper commitment from someone who is unwilling to provide it will only lead to dissatisfaction and a sense of lack. In modern life, we often find ourselves juggling numerous responsibilities and distractions, making it easy to overlook red flags in relationships. However, recognizing and acting upon these signs is essential for your well-being. If your partner is not ready to commit, it's vital to respect yourself enough to walk away. You deserve a partner who values you and is eager to build a future together. Waiting for someone to become ready not only delays your happiness but also hinders your peace of mind. So, when she says she's not ready for a relationship, listen carefully and take it seriously. Don't settle for someone who isn't willing to commit. Respect yourself by seeking out someone who is ready to invest in a shared future. This approach not only safeguards your happiness but also aligns with the Stoic principles of self-respect and purposeful living. Imagine a scenario where a woman consistently avoids discussing long-term plans with her partner, deflects questions about the future, and makes excuses for not wanting to define the relationship. Her partner may feel insecure, uncertain about the future, and as though he is not a priority in her life. In this situation, it's essential for the man to have an honest and open conversation with his partner about his needs and expectations. He should clearly communicate that he is seeking a committed relationship and that her reluctance to commit is causing him distress. If the woman is unable or unwilling to address his concerns, he may need to consider whether the relationship is truly serving his best interests. From a Stoic perspective, the man should focus on what he can control, his own thoughts, actions, and choices. He can choose to communicate his needs, set boundaries, and ultimately, decide whether to stay in the relationship or move on to something more fulfilling. The Stoic approach encourages us to accept what we cannot control, another person's readiness for commitment, and to focus on cultivating inner peace and self-reliance, regardless of the outcome. Shifting gears, the fifth red flag that demands immediate attention is the demeaning statement, "You don't make enough money." This phrase is a blatant indicator that your partner prioritizes material wealth over your character, efforts, and the intrinsic value you bring to the relationship. By fixating on your income, she reduces your worth solely to your financial status, suggesting that her interest lies more in what you can provide materially than in who you are as a person. This is a deeply troubling sign that should not be ignored. Seneca, in his timeless wisdom, stated, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." In a relationship, this craving for more can manifest in unhealthy ways, such as valuing money over meaningful connection, emotional support, and genuine companionship. Think about it: you work hard, you strive to do your best, and you deserve to be valued for more than just your paycheck. When a woman tells you that you don't make enough money, she is essentially tying your worth to your earnings, which can make you feel inadequate, undervalued, and as though you are constantly falling short of her expectations. You need a partner who appreciates your efforts, your values, and the character traits that define who you truly are, qualities that endure far beyond any financial fluctuations. Money is transient, but the qualities that make you a good man are lasting. If she is fixated on your income, she is missing the essence of your true worth and failing to recognize the unique qualities that make you a valuable partner. Consider this: how would you feel if your entire value in a relationship was based solely on your financial status? Wouldn't that undermine the very foundation of mutual respect and support that a healthy relationship should be built upon? A woman who cannot see beyond your bank account is not someone who will appreciate the deeper aspects of your personality and contributions to the relationship. She may be more interested in what you can provide for her materially than in the emotional connection and shared values that are essential for a lasting and fulfilling partnership. Stoicism teaches us the importance of recognizing our intrinsic value and not allowing external factors to define our self-worth. In modern life, it's easy to get caught up in the race for material success, but true happiness comes from within and from being valued for who we are, not what we have. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This principle can be applied to relationships as well. True wealth in a relationship lies not in material possessions or financial status but in the depth of connection, mutual respect, and shared values. Reflecting on this, it becomes clear that you deserve someone who sees and cherishes your true worth, beyond any monetary measures. Your self-worth and happiness are paramount and should never be compromised for superficial standards. So, when she says you don't make enough money, take it as a sign to reassess the relationship. A truly fulfilling partnership is built on mutual respect, genuine support, and love, not on financial status. Walking away from someone who cannot see beyond your income is an act of self-respect and courage. Seek out a partner who values you for who you are and is ready to build a life based on shared values and mutual support. In doing so, you align yourself with the principles of Stoicism, ensuring a happier and more fulfilling life. Remember, your happiness and self-worth are worth far more than any amount of money. Imagine a scenario where a man is working diligently to build his career, but his partner constantly belittles his efforts and complains that he doesn't earn enough to provide her with the lifestyle she desires. She may pressure him to take on additional work, criticize his spending habits, and constantly compare him to wealthier individuals. In this situation, the man may feel inadequate, stressed, and as though he is constantly failing to meet his partner's expectations. He may start to question his own worth and feel resentful towards his partner for placing so much emphasis on money. From a Stoic perspective, the man should recognize that his self-worth is not tied to his income and that true happiness comes from within. He should focus on developing his character, pursuing his passions, and contributing to the world in meaningful ways. He can also have an open and honest conversation with his partner about his feelings and expectations, setting boundaries and communicating his needs. If his partner is unwilling to change her behavior or appreciate him for who he is, he may need to consider whether the relationship is truly serving his best interests. The Stoic approach encourages us to detach from external factors that are beyond our control and to focus on cultivating inner peace and self-reliance. By valuing himself and prioritizing his own happiness, the man can make a decision that aligns with his long-term well-being, regardless of his financial situation. As the sixth red flag unfurls, the ominous declaration, "I don't trust you," signals a profound crisis within the relationship. Trust serves as the very cornerstone of any strong and lasting partnership, and without it, the foundation is inherently unstable and prone to collapse. When your partner expresses a lack of trust, it signifies that she is perpetually doubting you, leading to constant suspicion, baseless accusations, and recurring arguments. You may find yourself constantly walking on eggshells, trying to prove your integrity, which is not only exhausting but also deeply unhealthy for both you and the relationship. Epictetus, in his characteristic wisdom, stated, "When wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Similarly, a wealth of trust in a relationship isn't about grand gestures but about the simplicity of mutual belief and respect. Think about it, trust is about feeling secure with your partner, knowing they believe in you and stand by you, even when faced with challenges or uncertainties. If she can't trust you, there's no peace or stability in the relationship. You deserve to be with someone who believes in your integrity and gives you the benefit of the doubt, rather than constantly questioning your motives and actions. If she is constantly questioning your actions, checking your phone, or doubting your words, it shows a profound lack of respect for you as an individual and for the relationship as a whole. It's incredibly exhausting to be in a relationship where you're perpetually defending yourself against baseless accusations and having to constantly prove your innocence. In today's world, where relationships are often tested by external pressures and distractions, maintaining trust is more important than ever. A partner who cannot see your true worth and is always suspicious will never provide the stability and peace you need to thrive. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If your thoughts are constantly clouded by doubt and mistrust, your happiness will inevitably suffer. You'll find yourself dwelling on negative emotions, questioning your partner's motives, and struggling to find peace of mind. So, if she tells you she doesn't trust you, consider it a significant sign to reassess the relationship. You deserve a partner who trusts you completely and values the trust you give them in return. Don't waste your time and energy trying to prove yourself to someone who doesn't believe in you. Walk away and find someone who shares your values and understands the importance of mutual trust. This decision aligns with the Stoic mindset, ensuring you maintain your peace of mind and achieve true happiness. Imagine a scenario where a man is constantly accused of infidelity by his partner, despite having given her no reason to doubt his loyalty. She may constantly check his phone, scrutinize his social media activity, and interrogate him about his whereabouts. This constant suspicion creates a toxic environment in the relationship, leading to arguments, resentment, and a breakdown in communication. In this situation, the man may feel frustrated, hurt, and as though he is being unfairly judged. He may try to reassure his partner and prove his loyalty, but her lack of trust persists, creating a cycle of negativity. From a Stoic perspective, the man should recognize that he cannot control his partner's thoughts or feelings. He can, however, control his own actions and responses. He can choose to communicate his feelings to his partner, set boundaries, and ultimately, decide whether to stay in the relationship or move on to something more fulfilling. The Stoic approach encourages us to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, actions, and choices, and to accept what we cannot control, such as another person's lack of trust. By prioritizing his own well-being and refusing to tolerate constant suspicion and accusations, the man can make a decision that aligns with his values and contributes to his overall happiness. Progressing further, the seventh glaring red flag surfaces with the condescending declaration, "I'm too good for you." Hearing these words repeatedly is a clear indication of a profound lack of respect and a damaging sense of superiority, creating an unhealthy power dynamic within the relationship. Such behavior undermines the fundamental principle of mutual respect and admiration that is essential for a healthy partnership. Constantly hearing that someone is better than you can erode your self-esteem, foster feelings of inadequacy, and create an imbalanced dynamic where you feel inferior and unworthy. Stoic philosophy, with its timeless wisdom, teaches us to recognize our inherent worth and not allow others to belittle us or diminish our sense of self. Marcus Aurelius, the revered Stoic philosopher, aptly stated, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This quote emphasizes the importance of maintaining our integrity and self-respect in the face of disrespectful behavior, rather than stooping to the same level or seeking retribution. In modern life, where self-worth is often influenced by external validation and societal pressures, it becomes even more crucial to internalize the Stoic life lessons and recognize our intrinsic value, regardless of what others may say or think. When someone constantly undermines your worth, it is vital to muster the strength to leave the relationship. This action is not about seeking revenge or proving them wrong but about preserving your mental well-being and dignity. Self-respect should never be compromised, and staying in such a toxic environment can only harm your inner peace and sense of self-worth. By walking away, you affirm your value and demonstrate that you will not tolerate disrespect. Incorporating Stoic life lessons into your daily life can help you navigate relationships with a sense of purpose and clarity. Understanding what Stoicism is and how it applies to your personal experiences can transform your approach to relationships, empowering you to value your dignity, uphold your self-respect, and recognize when it is time to walk away for your own good. Remember, maintaining your inner peace is paramount, and no relationship is worth sacrificing your self-worth for. So, if you ever find yourself in a situation where someone repeatedly tells you that they are too good for you, heed this Stoic wisdom, recognize your value and have the courage to leave for your own mental well-being. Don't allow their negativity to define your self-worth. Instead, focus on cultivating your inner strength, pursuing your passions, and building relationships with people who appreciate and respect you for who you are. Imagine a scenario where a man is consistently belittled by his partner, who constantly reminds him of her superior intelligence, accomplishments, and social standing. She may make condescending remarks about his career, his hobbies, or his personal qualities, making him feel inadequate and unworthy of her affection. In this situation, the man may start to question his own self-worth and feel as though he is constantly striving to meet his partner's impossibly high standards. He may become anxious, insecure, and fearful of expressing his true self. From a Stoic perspective, the man should recognize that his value is not determined by his partner's opinions or judgments. He should focus on cultivating his own virtues, pursuing his goals, and finding fulfillment in his own life. He can also have an open and honest conversation with his partner about his feelings, setting boundaries and communicating his needs for respect and appreciation. If his partner is unwilling to change her behavior or acknowledge his worth, he may need to consider whether the relationship is truly serving his best interests. The Stoic approach encourages us to detach from external factors that are beyond our control and to focus on cultivating inner peace and self-reliance. By valuing himself and prioritizing his own well-being, the man can make a decision that aligns with his values and contributes to his overall happiness, regardless of his partner's negative perceptions. Proceeding onward, the eighth red flag presents itself in the form of the statement, "I'm not over my ex." When a woman frequently mentions that she is still emotionally entangled with her previous relationship, it should raise a significant warning sign for you. This statement signals unresolved feelings and emotional baggage that can severely hinder the growth and harmony of your current relationship. In the realm of Stoicism, living in the present moment and not being anchored by the past is a fundamental principle. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely stated, "Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life." If she is still emotionally entangled with her past, it prevents her from fully committing to the present relationship with you, creating a barrier to intimacy, trust, and genuine connection. This entanglement can lead to unnecessary drama, confusion, and inevitable heartache for both of you. Imagine building a house on a shaky foundation. It's bound to collapse sooner or later. Similarly, trying to nurture a relationship with someone who is still emotionally tied to their past can only lead to disappointment and frustration. Their unresolved feelings may manifest in various ways, such as constantly comparing you to their ex, idealizing their past relationship, or struggling to let go of old patterns and behaviors. In today's world, where relationships are often complicated by lingering attachments to previous partners and the pervasive influence of social media, it's crucial to recognize the impact of unresolved emotions on current relationships. A modern example might be a colleague who starts dating someone new but constantly compares their new partner to their ex, creating a toxic environment where the new relationship cannot flourish. This scenario resonates with many because it highlights how past attachments can sabotage present happiness and future potential. As a Stoic, your primary concern should be your emotional well-being in pursuit of happiness. You deserve a partner who is fully present, committed, and ready to build a future with you, without being haunted by the ghosts of their past. If she is still fixated on her ex, it may be a sign that she needs time to heal and resolve her past independently before she can fully invest in a new relationship. Encourage her to seek closure, address her unresolved emotions, and move forward with her life. However, it's also crucial to be mindful of your own needs and boundaries. Staying in a relationship where one party is emotionally unavailable can drain your energy, disrupt your peace of mind, and prevent you from finding true happiness. How would you feel if you were constantly compared to someone from the past? Could you ever truly be content in such a scenario? These are important questions to ponder, as they help you reflect on the impact of staying in a relationship fraught with unresolved issues. Engaging with these questions can also foster interaction and discussion among those in similar situations, helping them realize they are not alone and that their feelings are valid. The Stoic approach encourages us to accept what we cannot control, another person's emotional state, and to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, actions, and choices. By prioritizing your own well-being and recognizing the limitations of the relationship, you can make a decision that is in your best interest, even if it means ending the relationship. Imagine a scenario where a woman constantly talks about her ex, reminiscing about their shared experiences, and idealizing their past relationship. She may compare her current partner unfavorably to her ex, highlighting his perceived shortcomings and constantly reminding him of how things were better in the past. In this situation, the man may feel insecure, unappreciated, and as though he is constantly competing with a ghost. He may struggle to connect with his partner on a deeper level, knowing that she is still emotionally attached to someone else. From a Stoic perspective, the man should recognize that he cannot force his partner to let go of her past. He can, however, communicate his feelings to her, set boundaries, and ultimately, decide whether he is willing to continue investing in a relationship where he is constantly being compared to someone else. The Stoic approach encourages us to value our own worth and to refuse to settle for less than we deserve. By prioritizing his own emotional well-being and seeking a relationship where he is fully appreciated and loved, the man can make a decision that is in his best interest, even if it means ending the relationship. As we approach the final stretch, the ninth glaring red flag emerges with the statement, "You should be more like my friend's boyfriend." Comparisons like these can slowly corrode the foundation of trust and respect in any relationship, breeding insecurity, resentment, and a constant feeling of inadequacy over time. This is not a constructive form of encouragement but rather a subtle form of manipulation and control. Stoicism, a philosophy that champions self-control, personal resilience, and acceptance of what we cannot control, offers profound insights into this issue. Epictetus, in his characteristic wisdom, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If a woman frequently compares you to her friend's boyfriend, it signals deep-seated dissatisfaction and possibly unrealistic expectations. This behavior can erode your confidence and self-worth, creating an environment where you are constantly judged and never feel good enough. You may start to question your own qualities, personality, and abilities, feeling as though you are failing to meet her standards. A healthy relationship thrives on mutual appreciation and respect, valuing each partner for their unique qualities rather than how they measure up to others. Each individual brings their own strengths, weaknesses, and perspectives to the relationship, and these differences should be celebrated rather than criticized. Imagine the toll on your mental well-being if you constantly feel inadequate because of these comparisons. You may start to resent your partner, feeling as though she doesn't appreciate you for who you are and that you are constantly being held to an impossible standard. This is where adopting a Stoic mindset becomes crucial. By focusing on your own actions, virtues, and values, and not being swayed by someone else's opinions or external comparisons, you can maintain your peace of mind and self-respect. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of self-awareness and self-acceptance in his Meditations, which is a core principle in Stoicism. Ask yourself, how can you truly thrive and grow if you are always being told to be someone else? Is it fair to mold yourself into another person's ideal, sacrificing your own identity and happiness in the process? The answer, of course, is no. You deserve to be valued for who you are, not for who someone else wants you to be. If such comparisons continue, it's a clear indication that she does not value you for who you are and that the relationship is not built on a foundation of genuine acceptance and appreciation. For your own well-being, it may be wise to consider leaving the relationship. This doesn't mean giving up on love but seeking a partnership where you are valued, respected, and loved for your true self. Think about what you deserve in a relationship: respect, appreciation, unconditional love, and a partner who celebrates your unique qualities. Why settle for anything less? Remember, as Seneca wisely said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Don't let the fear of loneliness or the hope that things will change keep you in a toxic situation where you are constantly being compared to someone else. In the long run, being with someone who genuinely values you for who you are will contribute significantly to your happiness and personal growth. Embrace the Stoic lessons and make a conscious decision to prioritize your mental and emotional health. You deserve a relationship built on mutual respect and admiration, not one filled with comparisons and unrealistic standards. As you navigate through this, keep in mind the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control: your actions, your responses, and your choices. You cannot control your partner's behavior or opinions, but you can control how you react to them and whether you choose to remain in a relationship where you are not valued. Imagine a scenario where a woman constantly points out how her friend's boyfriend is more successful, more athletic, or more attentive than her own partner. She may make subtle jabs about his career, his physical appearance, or his lack of romantic gestures, constantly reminding him of how he falls short compared to her friend's boyfriend. In this situation, the man may feel demoralized, resentful, and as though he is constantly being evaluated and judged. He may start to question his own worth and feel as though he is not good enough for his partner. From a Stoic perspective, the man should recognize that his value is not determined by external comparisons or his partner's opinions. He should focus on cultivating his own virtues, pursuing his goals, and finding fulfillment in his own life. He can also have an open and honest conversation with his partner about his feelings, setting boundaries, and communicating his need for respect and appreciation. If his partner is unwilling to change her behavior or acknowledge his worth, he may need to consider whether the relationship is truly serving his best interests. The Stoic approach encourages us to detach from external factors that are beyond our control. Finally, we arrive at the 10th and perhaps most devastating red flag: I can do better than you. When a woman utters these words, it's more than just a hurtful remark, it's a blatant display of disrespect and a fundamental lack of appreciation for who you are and what you bring to the relationship. Such statements can deeply wound your self-esteem and make you question your worth, leaving you feeling inadequate and insecure. Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches resilience, inner strength, and acceptance of what we cannot control, offers valuable insights here. Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This means that while you cannot control what others say or do, you can control how you react to it and whether you allow it to define your self-worth. When faced with such negativity, it's crucial to recognize this behavior as toxic and damaging to your well-being. Frequent remarks that undermine your worth are clear indicators that the relationship lacks the foundation of mutual respect and appreciation that is essential for a healthy partnership. A relationship should be a source of support, love, and mutual respect, where both partners feel valued and appreciated for who they are. If your partner consistently fails to recognize your value and suggests she deserves someone better, it's a red flag that cannot be ignored. Embracing the Stoic principle of self-respect means acknowledging your worth and not settling for anything less than you deserve. This doesn't mean being arrogant or demanding but rather recognizing that you deserve to be treated with kindness, respect, and appreciation in a relationship. In today's fast-paced world, understanding what Stoicism is and how to apply its principles can help you navigate these challenges with grace and strength. It's not about reacting to every slight or insult but about maintaining your dignity, choosing relationships that nurture your spirit, and refusing to tolerate disrespect. Leaving a toxic relationship is never easy, but it's a necessary step towards preserving your self-respect and emotional health. The Stoic approach teaches us to detach from harmful influences and focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, actions, and choices. By doing so, we can find the strength to walk away from situations that do not honor our value and prioritize our own well-being. Remember, a partner who truly loves and respects you would never make you feel inferior or unworthy. Instead, they would celebrate your strengths, support you in your growth, and make you feel valued for who you are. As you navigate your relationships, keep in mind the Stoic lessons that guide you towards a life of inner peace and strength. Do not let anyone's negative perception define your self-worth. Seek out relationships that are built on mutual respect, genuine appreciation, and a shared commitment to growth and happiness. This is not just a lesson in love but a broader life philosophy that can transform how you interact with the world. By valuing yourself and demanding the same respect from others, you cultivate a life of dignity, fulfillment, and inner peace. So, if you ever hear the words, "I can do better than you," take it as a cue to evaluate your relationship critically and, if necessary, make the brave choice to leave for your own good. Your journey towards a fulfilling and respectful relationship starts with understanding and applying these Stoic life lessons. Imagine a scenario where a woman constantly criticizes her partner, belittling his achievements and reminding him that she could easily find someone better than him. She may make dismissive comments about his career, his appearance, or his social skills, constantly implying that he is not good enough for her. In this situation, the man may feel demoralized, insecure, and as though he is constantly trying to prove himself to his partner. He may start to question his own worth and feel as though he is trapped in a relationship where he is constantly being evaluated and judged. From a Stoic perspective, the man should recognize that his value is not determined by his partner's opinions or judgments. He should focus on cultivating his own virtues, pursuing his goals, and finding fulfillment in his own life. He can also have an open and honest conversation with his partner about his feelings, setting boundaries, and communicating his need for respect and appreciation. If his partner is unwilling to change her behavior or acknowledge his worth, he may need to consider whether the relationship is truly serving his best interests. The Stoic approach encourages us to detach from external factors that are beyond our control and to focus on cultivating inner peace and self-reliance. By valuing himself and prioritizing his own well-being, the man can make a decision that aligns with his values and contributes to his overall happiness, regardless of his partner's negative perceptions. This decision may be difficult, but it is ultimately an act of self-respect and a step towards creating a more fulfilling and meaningful life. As we conclude this exploration of these 10 critical red flags, let's summarize the key points and reinforce the importance of prioritizing your well-being in relationships. If your partner utters these phrases, "I don't need a man, my friends are more important, you need to change, I'm not ready for a relationship, you don't make enough money, I don't trust you, I'm too good for you, I'm not over my ex, you should be more like my friend's boyfriend, and I can do better than you," it's crucial to take immediate action for your own mental and emotional health. You deserve a partner who values, respects, and appreciates you for who you are, not for who they want you to be. Don't overlook these warning signs or dismiss them as insignificant. Your happiness and mental health are paramount and should never be compromised for the sake of staying in a relationship that is not serving your best interests. Embrace the Stoic principles of self-respect, resilience, and inner peace, and make choices that lead to a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Now, I encourage you to reflect on your own experiences and consider whether you have encountered similar situations in your relationships. What are your thoughts on these red flags? Have you ever been in a relationship where you heard these phrases? How did you respond? Share your experiences, insights, and advice in the comments below. Your thoughts and perspectives can help others who may be facing similar challenges and provide valuable support and encouragement. Remember, you are not alone, and there is strength in sharing your stories and learning from one another. If you found this exploration of Stoic life lessons helpful and insightful, please like this content, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more empowering content. Your support helps to spread the message of self-respect, resilience, and the importance of prioritizing your well-being in relationships. Stay strong, stay smart, and remember that you deserve a relationship built on mutual respect, love, and genuine appreciation. Embrace the Stoic principles, and create a life filled with inner peace, purpose, and meaningful connections. The journey to a fulfilling and respectful relationship begins with you.